Well, it's kind of fucking strange. The phone's being weird. Must be the cabal. I don't know, I was just talking and the phone just shut off. I don't know what the fuck's going on. A couple of times. So maybe my card was full, but it didn't look full. But who knows? Who knows with these freaky, devices made by Chinese slave labor. Yeah, I can really enjoy my slave labor clothes and partial slave labor Chinese-made phones, computers, and whatever else made Gates and all those fuckers rich. But anyways, I'm not going to get on that. Okay, I said I wasn't going to do another show, but I had a couple of buddies come on to me and say, hey Al, I want you to finish that show. That night I did come back to finish the show and the live stream, but I had a few whiskeys, and so the whiskey was talking. And it wasn't so much that I was saying what was wrong, I just ended up yelling at the fucking computer. Like I'm one of those old boomers that talk back to the TV. People are asking me for it. That's too funny. I'm one of them now. But whatever. It is what it is. Popeye said it second best. I am what I am what I am. Jesus said it best. I am. What are you? Who are you? What manner of man or woman are you? You certainly find out what manner of man or woman you are when the fucking heat comes on. When you get passed through the fire. Pass through the fire. Shit, most folks are too chicken shit to write letters to their public servants, institutions. A man or a woman who operates an institution. And might I remind you that all institutions of every kind have to operate within the laws of the land, within the corporate body. Also, they have charters that are approved before they can operate. And so you can have private outfits like medical association and the bar, law association, whatever. You can have institutions like that are self-governing and private, yet they operate in public, therefore they have to adhere to public laws. If any institution steps out, like say even TELUS or any of those, any institution steps out of its charter, then now it's not operating. Now it's just the man or woman who operates that institution is now on their full personal liability. And a lot of people don't get that. It's the same as these mass exempt folks that have a right to go and shop, and to be attacked by coppers or bylaw or private security or Canadian Tire employees. Fuck. Oh, that still pisses me off. You assault me like that, Canadian Tire? I got COPD, man. You assault me at Canadian Tire? I'll show you the most vicious 30 fucking seconds of self-defense that you've ever seen from an old man with no lungs. Motherfuckers. Anyway, so I'll continue. I'm going to continue on that second part of my live stream. I erased that other second part that I did because, I had a few whiskeys and probably stress and shit, of the retardation of a nation. It's just getting to me. Helping a guy out. I wasted 2 days of my fucking life working with a guy that I can never replace, to find out that he's a pussy. Just bails. He totally bailed, and he thinks it's all good. I don't know what the fuck. So it's, what's his, what are his kids? What are they, what's he teaching the next generation? Well, to roll over like a pussy. I know some of the weakest little guys in the world that are 10 feet tall. Just on their intestinal fortitude, on their stance, on their attitude, and polite, but fucking strong. It's what's inside the man or woman. What's inside you? Who's your fucking daddy? Who's your fucking daddy? So I will do one more live stream, follow that one up. A couple guys want me to finish the story on that ride. It has a really cool ending. What else? There's a few things to finish on that. What else? Oh, so Ezra's put up the human rights stuff there, and basic examples there. His lawyers kind of worked it out, so you can go online, see how easy it is to hold a human rights. Yes, no, human rights is administrative hearing. Yes, you go in as a person, as a citizen, but I also have something that's really, really important. You know, think of your persons as tools. And so I have this attitude is I do what works for Al. Like, you know, many times over the years, you know, I'll get a guy's bike, and I never kick customers out of my shop, like to say, well, you can't come in the back or nothing. So I'll be working on a bike or something. And I have a couple of buddies standing around while I'm working on, and so they tell me what's wrong. So I start to do my diagnostics. And before I hook any kind of computers up, any software up, I go through my ABCs, because it's mechanical first and software second. And they say, oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Well, you don't have to do that. And they start telling me how to fucking do what I do. And I look at them and say, look, dude, if you don't like the way I'm working on your fucking motorcycle, there's the fucking door. Grab it and get the fuck out. Quit wasting my time. Well, I think it's a carburetor. I think it's running to... Dude, man, if the mechanical principles aren't solid on the engine, on any engine, I don't care how tricky you are with software, you're not going to fix the fucking problem. And so I like to get to the foundation of things, and I think this is why, you know, I really enjoy the aspect of God-made man, man-made government to protect property of man. There's the foundation of our common law nation. Hey, that rhymes. That's the foundation of the common law nation. Everything else is software after that. Natural law, no harm, loss, or injury. Who says I do wrong? So I watched Chris at the airport there. You know, Chris taking me human rights court. So I don't just stick in just like, you know, oh, if I can't hold it. No, I'll go into a bi-jural, like an inherent court of jurisdiction. You know, I'll appear at one, or I'll appear in one if I'm holding court. And if I have to do the person paperhood to get in, I always flip the court around, because I'm a fucking man and I have rights. So you can call me plaintiff, nagging old hag. You can call me whatever, self-fucking litigant, fucking whatever. I don't give a fuck. But I have a right to access my court. If the minute mankind loses the right to access court on this land, this nation doesn't exist, okay? The country doesn't exist. Because this nation, this country, were built on the foundation of the common law. And if there's no foundation, then any wave coming out of the fucking sea can just wash it away. And that's why it's so important to know who you are. First, your foundation. Who am I? I am of and from this land. I am man. And I was talking about people should be using the human rights courts too as well. But would I use the human rights court? Yeah. Would I just fill out a complaint? No. I send my paperwork, my documents, and I give these guys time. Notice, here, just in case you didn't get the notice. Notice to cure. Notice a default. Giving them fair warning, which any man or woman on this land, I mean, that's just fair play. Fair warning. And fair warning also works into stuff like lawful excuse. See, I'm yelling again. I just hate what these ne'er-do-wells have done to our nation. And it makes me sick, want to puke to see a man, a woman, just bend over and take it up the yin yang because they have no faith in anything but politics. Politicians who lie, cheat, steal, destroy. Anyways, I'll finish that live stream, and I apologize the other night to the guys that were on the second part of my live stream. It was whiskey taking over, and buddy, I forget your name, but if you see this, you had some really good points. And you had some great points, and you know, the fact that you know about the shadow of the strong man. I mean, most churches, they don't even understand the strong man, never mind the shadow, and how to clean a house, and how to fill a house to keep it clean. So a lot of you guys don't know what I'm conversing about right now, but whatever. It'll come up. So, what else? There was something else I wanted to point out. But good on Ezra. Go on the Rebel News site. You know, do your thing, but don't forget. Handwritten. Notice a trespass. Notice a trespass just because you didn't get the first one. That's just common courtesy. You know, what if they don't know they're fucking you over? What if they're retards? Like this poor fucking wimp that wasted 2 days of my fucking life that couldn't stand up to people that he hired to work for him. I just, you know, so those kids are all going to grow up to say, hey, daddy folded, I should fold too. Whatever, man. Whatever. That's 2 days of my life I can't fucking replace. But whatever. I mean, I don't mind helping folks out. But listen, I got shit to do. Fucking waste my time. So, and I never ask for anything. You know, if you think I'm helping you out, if you think I'm fucking worthy, if you like the time I'm spending with you, you fucking donate something to me, you cheap fuck. But whatever. Okay, yeah. So I will use a person. Persons to me are tools. You know, and when I act as a husband, I use that tool. But I do use that tool. You know, if somebody goes to lay a hand on my wife, I will step in as a fucking husband. You know, if whatever, you know what a fucking person is. You know how many persons there are. There are private persons, there are public persons. Private person, yeah, private person. As a father, as a husband, those are private persons that I possess, that I have, that I have a right to be secure in. You fucking ain't, Bubba. So yeah, I have a theory. I have a motto. You know, I use what works for Al. And I watched a friend, well, not a friend, he's kind of an associate, he's over in England. And he was using some legal Latin to get rid of a default judgment. And he just wrote on it, you know, I just blanked. It was there a second ago. It's tough being a boomer, man. Ab initio. Void ab initio. Void from the beginning. So, and he was helping out, I think it was a Lebanese buddy of his that owned a restaurant or something. But anyways. And that, you know, and you know, he has the same attitude. You know, he works for he does what works for him. I mean, if you can't think outside the box, you know, if you can't go in, over, around, or through, you're probably just a piece of software designed to operate a certain way. Or you're brain dead. Or you were never taught, so you just don't know how. You might have been taught every time you're thinking for yourself that you can't do that, you can't think that, you can't say that. And that's happened lots. And now it's with the Bolsheviks taking over all our public servants, all our institutions, using social discrediting as a tool to attack everyone and anyone that doesn't agree with their fucking narrative. Anyone who asks a question. And they've been doing that, specifically really ramped up on it over their bullshit fucking climate change pseudoscience garbage. And they're using the exact same mandate on their fucking global crap as they are using on this fucking Kung Flu. Whatever. You can be a pissy fool, take it up the fucking ass, and then you can be the Karen and cry because the rest of us wish to be free, as is the way of our people. The customs of this land. The right of all man. Feminine and masculine. Anyways, I'm going to get these dogs back. I got some more shit to do now that I'm able-bodied mostly. So I'm going to get my shit done. And yeah, I'll hold the part 2 live of that last one I did. God bless you guys. And yeah, don't catch my bad attitude. It could be contagious. I'm not wearing a mask.